Hello everyone, my name is Scott C. Waring of UFOsightsdaily.com. Today I want to show you another discovery I made recently, a few days ago, and I did some research on it and came out with about 3 hypotheses. Now, let's look into this a little bit, where it is and what country we can find it in. Well, you find it in Lake Titicaca. So if we zoom in to Lake Titicaca, which is half in Bolivia and half in Peru, we find this unusual anomaly. Very long structure. Now, let me zoom out a little bit so you get a little bit of perspective where it is and how it is. I saw this wall built long ago underneath here, and that's what was leading me to this. I was actually looking for structures, and this has several possibilities which are very exciting. Um, Let me zoom in a little bit. You could see the outline going all the way down. See these lines coming down? It goes right here, comes over. I put some red lines on this so you can see it a little better. Let's see if we can make this a little bit larger for you there. See just the structure here. There's another structure over here, of course. But I want you to look at this. There's lines on top and lines right here in the side. Let's measure this. If we measure it in meters, we get 290 meters across. Okay, 290 meters. That's amazing. If we go, the width on this side is 48 meters. The width on this side is only 27, so it gets thinner to wide. That's quite a unique size. I mean, a 290 meter object under the water in Lake Titicaca. Now this is on the Peru side. Do you see this yellow line right here? This yellow line indicates the border of the countries Bolivia and Peru. Okay, so it's in two different countries, but this object is in Bolivia. Not only is it in Bolivia, but this object is, there we go. This object is just 30 some odd miles from the capital city, La Paz. Okay, let's come up here to get miles. Okay, here we are. We go from the anomaly to the city, and we got miles. 32 miles away. Now 32 miles, remember that number because it is very important. 32 miles is symbolic for some evidence that will come in a little bit later. But when you zoom into this object, you also see that there's a wall. There's a wall next to it, or this could be the top of this structure had fallen off. When I saw this, I first thought, okay, this must be an ancient structure about 2,000 or 3,000 years old, built by the Incas. And so I did a little searching, and I did find that there was, ABC News reported this quite a few years ago, that there is a temple that was found in Lake Titicaca, very similar to something like this. Okay, it's thought to be over 1,000 years old. It's 660 feet long, which is only about 200 meters long, and it is 160 feet wide. Okay, that's pretty huge. This one is different though. Why is it different than this temple? Well, first of all, this one is 90 miles northeast of the Bolivian capital. We're only 31 miles away. Okay, this one is just 31 miles away from it. So this is a whole new discovery. It is fantastic. If this is an Incan temple, Bolivia needs to get some people out here and start exploring this. This is exciting news. Of course, it's not the only possibility that exists. It is possible that this is a UFO that crashed thousands of years ago and just sat on the bottom of Lake Titicaca. I mean, there's been massive scales of UFO sightings seen around Lake Titicaca in just the last few years. Google UFOs on YouTube at Lake Titicaca. You'll be blown away. But that's not the only thing. The fact is, this is a unique shape. Zoom into this shape a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, look at the size of this. And there might be structures up here. These sort of look like structures, or they look like some kind of growths on top of the structures. I'm sure there's a lot of life. They're not too far from the ocean. So it could be some kind of plant life or sea life there. Look at these walls. Now, if you come up here and look at the basic shape, what does it remind you of? Okay, well, one possibility was it was a UFO. Another possibility is an Incan temple or Incan structure of some sort. But what's the third one? The third one is it could be Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark. I know that sounds unusual. It is very unique in the idea. But come over here, and if we go to here, we'll see myth and mystery right over here. And it says, according to Incan lore, after a great flood, the god Virtura arose from Lake Titicaca to create the world. He commanded the sun, the moon, and the stars to rise, then went to Tanacaco to create the first human beings, Mlako Kupak and Mama Akleo. These first humans, the Inca, Adam and Eve, were formed from stone and brought to life by Viracha, who commanded them to go out and populate the world. Thus, Lake Titicaca is the birthplace of the Incas, whose spirits returned to their origin in the lake upon their death. Okay, so this could be the origin of the Inca Adam and Eve. Was the Inca Adam and Eve Noah and his family? So according to the myth and mystery here, it is very possible that this is Noah's Ark because the Inca Adam and Eve came from this lake. Let's go over to Noah's Ark in the Wikipedia area, and it says right over here that the book of Genesis says that it is 300 cubits long. That's 137 meters long. Okay, as I showed you before though, this is not that long. This is much longer. This is about 300 meters almost. It's 291 meters across. It's much larger than what they said the ark should be. But as we know, historic records are sometimes inaccurate and can be off a little bit. Okay, 50 wide, which is 22.8 meters across. Okay, let's look at that. 22 meters across. If we take it down here, it's 34 meters across. If we take it over here, it's 50 meters across. Okay, we're really close on this. Well, the pictures of Noah's Ark, a lot of people believe will look somewhat like this. And if you look at the top, how the top has sort of a round balcony on top of it, you'll see that there is a balcony over here too. Let me zoom into this one. Okay, you see the line here on top. The line on the top here looks like it's a balcony. It does. Let me take this off and zoom in, enlarge it full screen. Okay, you can see this line going across and around, which looks like some kind of balcony. Now what I can't explain is, if this is Noah's Ark, what is this part over here? Is this part of the wall that had broken off from the side of Noah's Ark, or is this part of the roof that had broken off? Most likely it's an Incan temple, but the thought is absolutely mind-blowing. If this is the Ark, if this is Noah's Ark, this is an incredible discovery. I mean, people have been looking for Noah's Ark for ages, and to look for it in Lake Titicaca is absolutely amazing to find it here. So I just wanted to show you the possibilities that exist and the Adam and Eve lore that exists about Lake Titicaca. There was other temples, Incan temples, that were found. ABC News states that from a few years ago, and it was 660 feet long. But like I said before, the length of this one is much longer than that. This goes off to right about there, and if we go to feet, we got 946 feet long. 946 feet. That is 35% longer than the one they found. Okay, the one that ABC News reported. And there's also another structure right here. If we look, let me take a line so you can see it a little bit better. And go right here, you see that the structure is also 901 feet. Okay, in meters, that comes out to, in meters, 274. Amazing discovery, very unusual, of course, but the fact and location where it is and the ancient lore that goes behind it from the Incan Empire makes your thoughts baffled over the possibilities. Is this an ancient Incan temple? Is this an ancient UFO that had sunk or landed in Lake Titicaca a long time ago? Or, number 3, is this Noah's Ark? The possibilities of all three exist, and until it's explored by the Bolivian government, nobody's going to actually know the truth. So, we'll just have to leave you with that and show you how close it is to the capital city of Bolivia. Again, because I showed you before, but I'll go here, go there, and it is miles. 32 miles away. Kind of interesting. Little fun. Okay. Well, my name is Scott C. Waring of UFOsightsdaily.com. And if you like this video, please push the like button. We could use all the attention we can get from others so they can also see this discovery. And maybe if more people see the video, the Bolivian government might actually send a team to explore this new discovery, and we'll find out the truth about it. All right, thank you very much, and please visit UFOsightsdaily.com.